Aloha, Hawaii Prepper. The shortages are real and they are very serious. I believe the acceleration of all of the shortages that we are all experiencing will just get more intense and more intense as the months go on, and we're moving and flowing through this year of 2023. Now, yesterday I went to check out my Walmart as well as Sam's Club, and at my Walmart, the entire cat food, dry food shelves were wiped out completely. No dry food. They did have canned foods, but zero cat food, dry food. And I went down the refrigeration aisle and I checked out the eggs, and we are rationing eggs now. There's signs that indicate that you can only pick up 2 cartons of egg, but the eggs were completely wiped out. They were gone. And so I headed out to my Sam's Club after that to check on the eggs there and see if they had any there. They did have, but it was going fast. They also had a rationing sign up, a limiting sign to eggs, but the eggs there it went really fast. There were a lot of people in that area, in the eggs area, and most of them are picking up 2, the limit. Some are picking up 1, but I needed to grab me some eggs, so usually I pick up the limit. I don't pick up less. I pick up the limit, and there was more than enough for a lot more people there, but I could see that it was going down quickly, and more people were coming to grab cartons of eggs. And yes, our eggs are really high in prices, and it's high across the nation. So keep an eye on everything that's going on out there, especially with the shortages. There are still a lot of people that are asleep at the wheel. I have a lot of family members that are still sleeping, not aware. I've done my part in, informing them, warning them. The rest is up to them. I mean, that's the best, guys, that we can do in helping other people. They can check out our channels here on YouTube. But other than that, everyone is responsible and accountable for their own selves, their well-being and wellness, and knowing what's actually going on out there in the world, globally, economically, financially. So a lot of us preppers are already in the know, and we've been in the know for quite some time, years and perhaps decades. A lot of the well-seasoned preppers, decades, they have been in the know and been preparing. Some preppers have jumped on board just a couple years ago. 2020 probably triggered the start of becoming a bona fide prepper. But yeah, things are real. Things are amplifying. I sense, and they're amplifying, but nothing to be in fear of, afraid, panic. As long as you continue to do the things that you need to do in preparing and getting the necessary items that you and your family will need, emergency items, all of the preparedness items, whether it's water, food, medical supplies, tools, seeds as well, and filling in gaps, filling in holes. Now my Walmart still has quite a lot of canned goods, canned foods. I haven't really seen those become wiped out like the eggs, but I did also see down the paper goods aisle, toilet paper aisle at Walmart, that it was dwindling down, and that hasn't occurred in years and months actually. So I've noticed that as well. Another thing I noticed about my Walmart, the Christmas items that they have now on 90% off. Before it was 75%, so now it's 90%. And they had these holiday mixes there. And so a few weeks back, as you recall, I picked up one of the holiday mixes, and it was a gingerbread cookie mix, and it came out to 49 cents. Now what I've noticed yesterday, that they still had a ton of these holiday mixes, but the funny thing about these mixes was the price. Now on the shelves, it showed the price stickers on the bottom of each of the holiday mixes. They were between the prices of $6 and $7 per box mix. So that equated out to, with 90% off, it would be somewhere around $1.56. $1.56 for certain mixes, the holiday mix boxes. And I thought that was really odd, because weeks ago when I went to get just one box and it was 49 cents, and now it's as if they jacked up the original price. Some of them was 6 something, and some of the mixes were 7 something, and then you see the 90% off. That whole thing is off. And so I price checked it, and I just looked at it like, what are these guys trying to do? They're raising the price on something that's already done and over with. The holiday is done and over with. Wouldn't you think they'd want to get rid of it at that 49 cents price that I got it for 75% off? It just didn't make sense. So I thought I needed to inform you and let you guys know about these things. So if you happen to go to your Walmart, double check on the percentages off, especially if you are going into the clearance aisles, going into the holiday clearance items. Double check on those items and those prices, because they do not add up. And in my mind, they're ripping people off. So be very wary and pay attention and be aware of the prices, the percentages off. Try your best to remember these prices when you went perhaps 2 weeks ago. Take snapshots of it, and then 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, take snapshots of it. And that way you have a record of those prices, and you can compare them and see if they're tampering with these prices and ripping you off even more, because that's what I've seen the other day. So guys, this is like very weird. We're living in strange times, and just do the things that you need to do. Just acquire the items, the emergency items that you and your family needs. Question things, and don't just grab things off the shelf and buy them just because. Know and remember, save your receipts, look at your receipts, count back your change if you're paying in cash. A lot of us are on fixed incomes, and we can't afford to be ripped off. We can't afford to have these companies steal from us even more so. So if you've experienced any of these things, please comment below. Share with everyone, especially where you were at, your state, your location. If you're in this state, what island, what location, what prices are you seeing? Have you been ripped off? Have they raised prices? Just strangely, to me, that's strange because the holiday already passed. And yeah, big deal. You see 90% over there, so it's deceiving. It gives the person this deceiving sense that wow, 90% off, wow. And then you look at the price, and then it's like 6 something, or it's like 7 something for these holiday mixes. No, so that's pretty crazy. So always pay attention and be aware of everything you're buying and don't get ripped off. I mean, I thought that was a deal myself. I was like, oh wow, 90% off. But then when I looked at the price stickers on the shelves that were lining up with the boxes, I was like, this doesn't make sense because this was not these prices before. So I just wanted to bring this up to you, bring it to your attention. And yeah, shortages galore, rationing happening with our eggs. You never know what's next, but as preppers, we more or less know. So guys, have a great day. Aloha.